Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Prominence. This is still as beautiful as ever, and also there's stuff that has happened, and I need to apologise, quite simply because I have not been very well, and my voice really hasn't been up for recording, so I've been busying myself, as you can see below, learning the Create mod and the various options that it provides. And so I'm going to take you on a little factory tour. I'll take you on, I might even call it the factory tour. And yeah, we've got some really good machines. It is chaos, I'll warn you in advance, for those that are efficiency people, for those that want everything to be perfect. This is not perfect. This is me just having fun, just creating stuff. And yeah, we have lots of automations, which I'm very excited to tell you about. Step one is the grinding wheels. I think that's what they're called. Crushing wheels. This cobblestone generator went on really hurting my frames. And I've got a reasonably decent computer, but we're talking sort of 20 frames per second roughly. So just wanted to show you quickly, first of all, before I turn this cobblestone generator off, we have two outputs from it so that it sort of divides up the crushing responsibilities, because this is a slow part of the process, is the bit below where the gravel gets washed. Okay, the cobblestone generator is now off, so things are running a little bit more smoothly. 30 FPS, yeah, I'll take that. So next stage, after crushing the cobblestone to gravel, it gets washed, just like I've done in my workshop, but on a bit more of an industrial scale. We then have if I can just duck under here, ouch, we have a grabby arm, which is one of my first advanced creations. So this has enabled me to split up and sort the outputs from washing the gravel into flint and into iron, just like again in the workshop, but there are much higher amounts at stake here. When the nuggets go into this, so that the flint stays where it is for now, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with that. The flints go into this vault, and there are two ways for it to go. It either goes into the press, which will eventually, when it fills up, is it turned on? Oh, one moment. Right, okay, that's better. So this is the mechanical press that presses most of the ingots that come through. The occasional ingot will go into that chute. You can just see the flappy things flapping away there. So obviously that way it turns into ingots, and we've got just over 1,000 ingots in that vault. In terms of the other nuggets, as I said, they get split up, they get blown up this chute, and then they get flipped all the way over to there. I mean, do I need to have that? No. I just wanted some flippiness, some movement. And this then comes out here, follows this belt along, all the way along here, and it will then get turned into railway tracks, which is the most exciting thing for me at the moment, and probably going to be the second half of this episode. We'll get some actual proper work done. Why is there cobblestone in there? Okay, so this has been working fine, as you can see, 1,700 tracks in there. But of course, when I hit record, it doesn't work quite so well. I'll need to fix that, and the tour will continue afterwards. Okay, that's now working as it should do. So yeah, it's literally cobblestone from the generator here gets diverted as well up here and gets heated up here, chopped into slabs here and converted into railway tracks. So should have a couple of thousand soon, and that should be enough to start the great railway build, which I'm very much looking forward to. At the other end of the factory, we have my sort of random machines area, where I have things that I just help to make my life a little easier. So this is if you've not seen this before, this is a mechanical crafter setup. So you You can create various different contraptions automatically if you want. I don't have anything feeding in the back, so at the moment it's just manual placement. But I needed this for the wheels, the grinding wheels, to grind the cobble over there somewhere. So yeah, this is useful. I've not used it too much, but it's going to be something that will be used more and more in the future. Over here we have a precision mechanism machine. So this is some components that are needed to for more advanced stuff. Like I think the mechanical arms need that, and also other high-end gizmos. So it's a bit of a pain doing this. You've got to do this multiple times. And this setup is pretty cool because it actually does it all in one compact area. So the incomplete precision mechanism will go through, get done. Stuff will be done to it, or used is the word. If it's not a complete one, it will go into there. In fact, it should go into there, but that's actually not lost its filter. That's interesting. So incomplete goes into there. Pop that back there, and then that should... Oh, the directions changed. This is what the problem is. Okay, so I've unwittingly reversed direction somewhere in the power chain under here, in the shafts under here. And so that machine is now running backwards. Okay. I will come back to that later on. Over here, let me just check the direction of this. Yes, that's right. So this is actually out of andesite alloys, unfortunately. But this is an andesite casing machine. I have my tree farm down back in the lower area down there behind the dam. So I have thousands of blocks of wood. And all this machine does is literally turn the logs into the bark on its own, which is this kind of cool block here. And the stripped birch, and of course this will just go into this filter here, because in this funnel here, and the andesite casing will go into here. So I have, as you can see, plenty of andesite casing that I've already used, but we're 171, so not too many left, but you need more andesite alloy. As you can see here, there are bottlenecks that I need to do something about, and that will be done. That will be dealt with soon, I hope, because they are. And that one in particular is a big gap, and I don't want to go mining for andesite every time I need stuff. You'll see also a lot of the iron, a lot of the sort of dark iron, and then this is just I love this girder block and the way it fits together, the way it can just add some just industrial looks to your builds. And of course the catwalks up there, we've used iron catwalks. This is cast iron, which is a darker color. And really, cast iron is, you grab an ingot, you put it in there, it will then press it and it will go in there. So we've got plenty of cast iron ingots, which are just a nice building block from an aesthetic point of view. In this dark area here, which I need to light up a bit more, and we've got a nice summary of all of the various different stock levels that I have, and we are missing one there. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but to be honest, this factory is so complicated. I've lost the idea about what's going where, and yeah, I've kind of got lost in my own factory. By the way, do you like my new hat? It looks like a pilot's hat, doesn't it? It's actually something I found, and I've almost got into a routine of a new hat every episode, so I thought I would keep that up. Now, over here we have a little bit of a strange situation. So a few episodes ago, you may remember seeing a very, very tall sugarcane plant. And I have the same problem with bamboo. This mod pack is, I'm not sure whether this is intentional, but this mod pack doesn't seem to actually limit the growth of these types of things. So what I have here is a very, very compact and very efficient, because you all know how fast this stuff grows. But a very compact and efficient bamboo farm, which I'm very tempted to break down. Yeah, let's do it. It's growing faster than I can harvest it. it's still raining bamboo. Any more? This is crazy. There is a lot of bamboo that I farmed, and I mean, I could automate this. In fact, there's still more that I've not got up there. Yeah, I would be interested actually if anyone else uses this mod pack. Prominence, I'm at version 1.8, I think. Be interesting to see if anyone else has this issue. Do you have unlimited growth for these things? Maybe it's intentional. We have some friends over here that I need to be careful of. This is exactly where I want to build my railway. So I'm going to need to be careful. Although I am in need of train drivers, so perhaps we can have a polite word with these guys and see if they're interested in a job. Do you want to drive a train? Ouch. Okay, I'm going to back off. Let's talk a little bit about train tracks, shall we? We have some options. We have many options, as you'd expect from a giant mod packer such as this. We've got the old the standard create stone tracks. We've got birch, oak, and I think this is stone actually again. In terms of what I've got here and the raw materials available to me, I think I will probably start off with the stone because that's what I've got being created over there. So that's that decision. What about ballast underneath? Lots of blocks in this, thousands of blocks to choose from concrete, powder, gravel. Juniper wood I thought was an interesting texture. It's quite different to what else is in the game, and certainly in the vanilla game. It's kind of like a ready burgundy version of the dirt, which is pretty cool. There's this fleece block here. We've got grey, light grey and white. Rocky stone is another block that I'm pretty keen on. I think that will go particularly well actually with stone and cobble was kind of an intermediary texture. Polished basalt, yeah, I tried it out, not a fan. Gravel bricks looked good, and that was my favourite until I come across packed mud. It's a block that I don't normally use. I usually use the brick version of it, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with this, and this is why I have built. Yeah, I'm in flying mode, by the way, in case you're wondering why I'm flying around in survival. I have built a mud machine, so it doesn't need manual dirt put in, and with create you can whisk it with water and it will create mud. So the only other thing I need to get and to automate is a wheat farm. I do have one over there, but that's all the way over there, so I'm going to build another one around here, and there are many opportunities to do that in an automated fashion, not always with the create mod. I've taken the liberty of putting the mods down into some kind of categories, so I mean it's very intimidating. My first proper mod pack really. I've always been a vanilla game person with a few tweaks here and there, but we've got these magic mods which I've not really touched and probably won't do until a little further into this series. It's the tech mods that I'm most interested in. Create, of course, most of you are aware of that. That's what I've been using for this. This is the underside of the factory, in case you hadn't worked that out. But this one here for inventory management I'm keen on, and this one here I can actually start to automate anything like farming or tree chopping with just one block. It seems quite overpowered, but I want to have a play with it because I think it might be good for saving a bit of lag rather than having create farm that's spinning around constantly. So I'm going to look into that hopefully soon. There's this one as well in Tech Reborn. I'm not sure exactly what the difference is between that and Industrial Revolution. It seems to do very similar things. Of course, there are extended drawers, which I've shown you, I think, in the last episode. That's actually not part of the mod pack, the Prominence mod pack, which is now called Prominence 1. I'm still in 1.19, by the way, because there's so many mods in here that aren't quite ready for 1.20. Yeah, and also, finally, Computer Craft. I looked into that, and it's actually where you can start programming and maybe adding some custom sort of behaviours to things. I don't know yet. I need to look into that a bit more, but I'll put it down there just for future reference. I think it's worth also showing you some of the other dimensions that you've got. We've got the standard nether and end that have been upgraded or made better. Something called the Paradise, the other side, Eden Ring, the Bumble Zone. I've been to that before. That's a bit weird. The Twilight Forest. Yeah, that sounds quite cool. And then the Moon. So we've got Ad Astra, which is actually a really cool mod, which I think was in my tech. Yeah, to the stars in my tech list here. So it's a mod about actually leaving. Ooh, down there. Oh, it's a duck. Or a funny coloured chicken. It's a mod about actually leaving this world and going to the moon, which is pretty cool. This sounds a bit scary, the prison, but lots of dimensions to go and visit and lots of unfamiliar places. Strange, weird and wonderful, beautiful and deadly, I'm sure. It's a new day. Good morning all. This is the day that we start the railway line. Very excited. The plan is... it's going to free cam, I think, to describe this. We need to try and ignore these guys here, but I would like the railway line to probably be about this level, just above water level. And there's this kind of ridge here that I want to follow across down to here. And then probably sort of cut into a tunnel under here. And to come out just to the left of the dam. We can't see much further because the render distance won't let us. Bamboo's doing its thing again. So that's the plan. We'll have a railway line here. I need to work out how high I want it to be. I don't want it to be right next to the water, but a little bit higher would be good. And just need to dig out a path for the track. And the good thing is that the dirt from this can go into my mud machine over here. But as this is modified Minecraft, I think it is a good opportunity to, if I can collect some iron ingots, I think we're going to create some special tools. I've not done this before. I think I know the ones. I've had a quick look in REI, and I think I know the two good tools, the two optimal tools to use. I'm taking the liberty of adding some storage down here. Sticks, there we go. I don't know how to do bulk, but that should do. Right, so from what I can remember, we need to create 2 of these things, 2 iron handles. And then with one of them, we are going to create this thing, iron hammer. As you can see there, AoE, which I'm going to assume is area of effect, is max size of 3x3, which is useful. And the best achievement name I've ever seen, Hammer Time. And the next one I want to do is a shovel. I think I just need to work out what the recipe is because I cannot remember for the life of me. An excavator. Oh, so that's actually quite easy. That goes there, that goes there. Let's cavate. Let's go do some digging. Well, this is not doing any different, but I believe if you hold shift and scroll, 3x3 area of effect. Okay, it goes 1 down. So I actually need to do, I'm actually looking at 99 is the level that I'm going to be putting the ballast, so the mud, packed mud on top of this, so that it will be, the actual rail will be here at this level. This is a high risk operating environment with these dudes, but it's all part of the fun. Oh yeah, look at this. This is how to do it. So much dirt for my mud machine. Although, I tell you what I've just noticed, look at the durability. This is an iron one as well. You'd think this would last a bit longer. It might be time to head to the village and get myself some enchanted books. It's very peaceful with this village at the moment. Very tranquil. No pillagers floating around harassing me, although the villagers don't want to leave me alone. Karen? Is this dam, from this point of view, I'm not sure if I've shown this perspective before, but it doesn't look too bad, does it? It doesn't look too threatening, too ominous. It's obviously changed the view somewhat from this village, but still very pretty. So I've never used a trading post before. I imagine you just plonk it down somewhere. And couldn't find an available trader nearby. Fine. I'll try it somewhere else. Is there anyone here? You're no help. What about down here? No. I'm going to try the other village next door. There are normally hundreds of villagers milling around this central area. Okay, let's try this quaint marketplace. Anyone? Right, we have a new plan, and that is breed some villagers in this very temporary village breeder pen. The good thing about this is it will capture any villagers' trades nearby. So all I need to do is, well, I'm hoping these guys will become librarians soon. What's the time? Yeah, we may have to wait until the morning. And then I'm just going to throw a load of wheat at them and see what happens. If they can make some babies, we could have quite a few villagers. They can just be milling around here, and I can trade with them all from here. No cruel pens needed. This is relatively comfortable compared with some of my previous trading setups. Okay, let's go get some sleep, wait till the morning, and hopefully they will be in a baby making mood. Let's just float. Pick it up. There we go. Read and thorough. Right, I'll give you some privacy. I'll be back in the morning. Okay, while I'm waiting for these slow coaches to do their business, I am going to do something that I promised to do, and that is create a village name and name the village after the person that won the first ever quiz that I've done, actually. And he correctly guessed that 1.8 was the version that Diorite was created in the game. And so we're not going to call Mevanichi, we're not going to call it that. We are going to change the name of this place to Bradytown. And there we go. We have, hopefully, on our map, the village of Bradytown, which is a close neighbour to Zilanini. So yes, these villages are very close together, but I felt this needed its own name, its own identity. It also needs a few more people, and it certainly needs a few librarians. Oh, there's another one in there. How did you get in there? Oh, you're a cartographer. Okay, you are in the wrong place at the wrong time, Karen. Now we're in business. Like the idiot that I could be sometimes, I forgot that bookshelves are not the trades block for librarians. It is in fact lecterns. And as you can see now, we have a decent selection of librarians. I haven't actually looked at their trades yet. I'm just going to tie this up a little bit. It looks horrendous, this, but right, do we have an unbreaking person? Sweeping edge. Spearfishing. so far not so good. So this should, in theory, pick up all of the enchanted books. It's a shame you can't filter by profession. Oh, you can. Right, need to go grab some emeralds and then cycle some trades. Once I've got unbreaking, hopefully I should be able to get back into my tunnel digging. Many hours later, and I mean that was one of the most frustrating experiences I've had in a while. And typically, these experiences do revolve around villagers. I've actually got a number of different villagers with good trades that I've bought books to lock in the trades. Most of them are new trades that I've never heard of before, as in new enchantment books. So that was frustrating. It was getting pretty crowded in there. One of them I kept hitting accidentally. Lorraine, wherever you are, I apologise. So the trades that I've gathered are pretty good. Some of them are familiar: Infinity, Sharpness, Mending, Unbreaking, and Silk Touch. And the other ones are new ones, and certainly new ones to me. You've got something that collects drops when you've mined them. You've got an endless quiver. Nature's Blessing, which means you can bone meal crops I'm guessing when you harvest them with a hoe. And then finally, Digger's Area of Effect, which actually ups the area of effect of the hammer and the excavator tool that I've crafted recently. So I need to get these enchanted and then get back to the railway line. Back at the factory, I've actually upgraded my mud machine to mix it with wheat to create packed mud at the base of my railway. I actually need to get more wheat because that has now run out. So quickly, before the sun goes down completely, we have a railway line here, and we have the packed mud underneath. I've done the first stretch of it all the way down, just a straight line, just to get used to the rail placement, which I've not actually done before. But I think this looks good under the railway. I won't use this for the whole stretch of the railway. We'll probably get a bit of variation, especially when we go into the mountain. We're hitting about half an hour on the episode, so I probably need to call it a day. Lots of progress. I'm very happy with how things are going. Next episode, we'll try and get a bit more of a rail yard sorted out here. There'll be extensions up there to the next valley, but the priority is to get a connection with the village down below. So that's all for today, folks. I'm just spending some time out on the lake with a good friend of mine who I want to drive my train. He's a bit angry, to say the least, at the moment, but we're just having a chat, and I'm pretty confident that by this time next episode we will have a friendly pillager who will be able to drive trains for us without any issue. But until then, I will see you very soon, hopefully. If you've got any thoughts on the sort of areas you want me to move into for this mod pack, anything that you want me to explore, do let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next episode. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.